Welcome back, friends. I hope you enjoyed this Pinterest inspired DIY. Sorry about the angle, my tripod broke and I had to improvise with my smaller one. Today's inspirational word is adequate. You are adequate enough to do all things and do not need to change who you are to do so.
Let's go ahead and start off with the materials. You're going to need a piece of cardboard or foam board from the Dollar Tree or anywhere you can find it at. And then of course you're going to need some twine or any kind of rope that you would like to hang your wreath from. I have a couple of ribbon here. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. Of course you'll need your glue gun and glue sticks, and then also you're going to need floral foam. I got this one from the Dollar Tree. Again, you can pick up your supplies anywhere you prefer. I have basting spray and some felt and some scrap material. I'm not sure exactly which one I'm going to use for so I just have two just in case to see. And then of course we're going to need a bunch of sunflowers. I have already pre-cut mine, as you can see. So I have like 4 bundles of these from the Dollar Tree, like 4.5, because I had a little bit from a previous project that I did. And then you'll need some scissors or anything to cut your floral form. I've actually went a step ahead, and from the big piece of cardboard that I had, I went and cut a just kind of freehanded the shape of a pineapple. It's a little crooked, but it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. So I just sketched it out and I cut it, cover this. So I want this to be the back side, and I want this to be where I'm going to put the daisy, so you can't really see. But I wanted to have additional coverage, and that's why we have material or felt or anything that you want to use to cover up the back side of your wreath. You can use burlap as well. I didn't have enough on hand, so I just wanted to use this material that's kind of been sitting around. I went and I measured it to be like maybe about an inch or an inch and a half all around, and as you can see that it's not perfect. I'm not very much of a good cutter either. Again, that I'm going to use the basting spray. You don't have to use this. You can just go and automatically just glue all the corners here. But I wanted to try to be as straight as possible. Again, just trying to use any kind of material that I have on hand already. So since I want to cover this side up, I'm going to spray my basting spray on here. You can do it on the material. I just sprayed the cardboard. Since I had it flat already, and see how it just came out perfect. Kind of glue down all my corners, and this is what it's going to look like from the back here. So you can always go in and fix some, like this corner here just needs a little more glue. Again, you just want it to shape to your pineapple basically. And I did cut down some of the material kind of around here. You don't necessarily have to do that. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to cover this side up here. So the next thing is we're going to adhere, cut, and adhere our floral foam. actually pretty much have done pretty much all the wreath. All I have to do is cut the foam to fit the corners here, and then of course here. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that off, and then I'm gonna show you how we're going to make a little hanger. And I have actually really been putting my basting spray to work by just spraying the foam and then putting some hot glue here on this material. And then just pressing down, and it is done. We don't have to worry about anything else, basically. So like, I'm trying to make it all like a good even surface, is basically what I've been working at. And I'm just going to repeat that process just all around. As you can see here, so it's sticking out. So what I'm going to do is just cut, make sure I have my and then I'm going to cut in this to fit all the way through, just the shape of it, and it comes out perfectly. I do have a little space there, but it doesn't really matter. It won't. Just to add the sunflowers, and I'm just going to start from the bottom to the top, and I have my wire cutters just in case I need to cut them down. I went ahead and just, for the purpose of the video, not making it so long, I pre-cut them. So I got my fern to look basically the way I want it to look. What I'm going to go ahead and do before I move on to my bow is I'm going to go in with my glue gun and just go ahead and glue in all my sunflowers. my sunflowers and my fern, and the next step would to be make our bow. So I have a variety of ribbon and even the textures. This is the burlap ribbon, the wire one from the Dollar Tree, and then I have a chevron one. And so I'm kind of undecided. This would be really, really cute. But then actually I was actually thinking about this, and I want my wreath to be kind of very rustic. So I think I'm going to go with the burlap ribbon without the wiring. Yeah, I kind of, you know, anyone would actually look really good, you can see. But I'm really liking this one, so I'm going to try this. If I don't like it, then I'm going to change, but I'm going to go ahead and make a bow with this one. To be quite honest, this is going to be a very, very challenging, because this ribbon frays a lot. As you can see, I just took it off, and look at that. So I think after I've done the ribbon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it a little bit with the basting spray, just so it doesn't fray when it's hanging. And I think I just want to do a simple little bow. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me just show you how sometimes I make my bows. This is about 6.5 inches long. That's folded. So it's coming in about 6.5 inches long. Again, it's really to your preference. It doesn't have to necessarily be exactly like this. So I'm going to do that. And then I want to make it a little longer. So I want to make 2 of them, but we're going to put them together. I'm going to show you how I do that. I want it to be like maybe about 1 inch or 1/2 inch from each side. So and again, it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. Again, you guys, it's really what, however you feel. So from here, what I'm going to do is, this is the only thing I don't like about this burlap ribbon, is that it frays, but I wanted it to look rustic, so rustic it is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the corners here. And I'm going to put just a little piece of paper, just because I don't want it to necessarily glue onto the other side quite yet. Okay, then I'm going to do the same to the other. And as always, be careful when you're working with your glue gun. Okay, and this is gonna, where we glued it together, is gonna be my back side. So I'm gonna turn it over. Same thing here. And I'm just going to overlap it together. And then I will squeeze like that. Now you can go in with the thread and needle and sew it. I think I'm just going to use some Chenille Stems. If you want to make some tails, you can do that. I'm most likely going to do that as well. But I'm going to grab my twine here and just... So again, you want to make sure that this is in the middle there, because if not, it will come undone. Okay, so here is my bow, and I have a Chenille stem that I'm going to, I fold it in half. And I'm just going to cut, and I'm going to use just half of it. And I'm going to, that's what I'm going to use to put on to my wreath. And so I have my twine here. What I'm going to do is wrap it. So I'm going to see how it's shaped in a V. I'm just going to tie it in between. And I'm also going to reinforce it with some glue. So I'm just going to double knot it a couple of times just to make sure. And you don't necessarily have to use glue for this. Actually, I think I'm going to choose not to use the glue on this. The tying is just fine. Just a couple of times so that it stays in place. Cut off my corners. And just kind of play with it a little. And you can give your Chenille stem a little twist on the back also. And then all I'm going to do is just place it into my foam. And you are going to want to reinforce this with some glue. But look how cute is that. I absolutely think this is adorable, you guys. I cannot get over it. It's so cute. Look how adorable this came out. I am so happy with the way this turned out. And I just, like I said, I saw it on Pinterest. It was Pinterest inspired. I didn't have any instructions or anything, and I just kind of went with my gut on this, on what would be the best way. So yeah, so I am actually very happy with the way everything turned out, and I absolutely, after putting the bow on, I think that this was just the right choice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY, and I hope you recreate it. If you do not forget to tag me on social media, because I want to see your guys' creations as well. As always, they are always linked in the description box for you guys. But I enjoyed bringing this one for you, and stay tuned for the fall series that I have coming up on my channel. And we'll see you guys in the next video.